You did have some bullish divergence there on the daily, which tells you that that could be your bottom. Hi, my name is Sam Price, cryptolifer, and everyone wants to know what's going on with Algo. Algorand is a big deal. The creator seems to have connections with the government. Seems like the SEC and a lot of other big companies will leave Algo alone. It also has the tech behind it. The guy created some of the first concepts of cryptography, really zero fault tolerance and more. Algo has the tech behind it, has the people behind it, and has the path for more. A lot of people want to know what's going on with Algorand. So today, I want to jump on in and give you a deep dive analysis, technical analysis on where the parameters, where the support and resistance is, and where I think Algo may end up going in the bull run that we probably are going to have in 2024, 2025. As Bitcoin gets its next halving, things become more scarce, and anything that is basically valued in Satoshis for BTC pairs, like all these altcoins, will eventually go up in value. So the first thing you want to do is you want to look at like a 2-week chart. You know, 2-week chart's really going to give you kind of the most information you can get in a zoomed out idea. So you can kind of really see this in all its entirety. And you want to tell the story. You know, it didn't have a USDT pair back then, but it was high. It was up $330 in the bull run. Things were going well. June of 2019, it began to collapse, right? Then we had another rally, though, and this thing would rally. So it came down from that was basically the 2017 run-up. Maybe even had a little, there was a run-up in, there was a summer run-up in 2019 that was fun. It was like May into June, and then it began to collapse into August. So Algo got low here at 31 cents. What's its bottom? Really doesn't like to get lower. Actually, I guess right there it was at 12 cents. It would beam all the way up to a high of $3 again, doing an amazing job, right, of doing basically about a 30x, 25 to 30x, depending on where you got in somewhere in these bottoms. We're now somewhere down here, right? The downtrend is formed. We're kind of in this bottom area. So we always talk about it, rounded bottoms pay the bills. You want to see Algo begin to make the rounded bottom, just like this began to make its rounded bottom. So just right off the bat, it's a good sign. It's showing signs of bullish consolidation. You want to see Algo go sideways for a while, right? And as it goes into 2024 and the halving, it becomes to appreciate in value. So this is this is basically, if you believe in the project, this is basically paying really low value for it. No one knows about it. No one cares about it. Soon it will have news. People will talk about it. It'll become a new gainer. However, it has a pretty big market cap. Can it get back to $33 easily? Definitely. I think it can get to 4, 5, or even 6 in the next bull run. But $3 is at least your cap, right? Your next idea where you want to get to. $3.01. So can Algo get there? I mean, the 2-week chart says this is a great time to accumulate. Anytime the 2-week chart was this low, good time to accumulate. Look at our weekly chart. Weekly chart got below the dotted line, below the dotted line. These are low prices to get in on the rally. Right there and right there. These are both too low prices to be scooping up some Algo. In my humble opinion, really good time to grab some Algorand and hold it for a long period of time. The only thing is Bitcoin could go back to 10K, 12K, and Algo could go to 10 cents. You could be down 50% on your DCA. You have to be willing to hold this for long periods of time. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't do what I'm talking about. You're going to have to find out this on your own. I'm just explaining how I go about it. So now I'm okay with the bigger time frame. I understand that I'm getting something at a low value comparative to its life cycle. So now let me zoom in, and so we looked at the overall body, but now let's zoom into the little intricate parts and see what's going on. The 3-day chart doesn't look amazing as it's getting all the way back up, but not breaching previous highs. That's not awesome. That tells me there could be more downside here, and we may be struggling with this resistance for Algorand right here at about 21 cents. We tried to get there, we couldn't. So we want to look at the 3-day, even the daily. Do we have some bullish divergence? We really don't. That swings down, that swings down. They match pretty much in your curling. The daily's also overbought and not able to get above resistance. This tells me that Algo may be in for a double bottom here at about 16 cents. You know, it's not really out the water yet. Bitcoin's in a rising wedge right now. We need Bitcoin to do some anomalistic move to the upside to get Algo back above this area. And then you can see Algo has extreme resistance at 28 cents. It could gap up pretty fast because it fell down, but you know, it's going to take some time to build. You have to truly believe in this project if you're DCAing into it. It could go lower at this point. The best worst case scenario is just simply a double bottom for Algo at about 16.33. That would be our, the idea. I think there's better opportunities than Algo personally. I think there's going to be some new ZK roll-up coin that no one knows about in the next couple 6 months. It's going to have the tech, and then it's going to do 100x quickly. Just like the metaverse coins came out, there's going to be some new tech coin that's going to drop. Algo's a solid play for sure, but do I believe there's better money out there? Totally. I think this is more of like, almost a sure, let's see, 5x to $1. Yeah, 15x back to $3, right? So it's a nice 15x. That's not horrible. That's great. May take 2 to 3 years. Algo moves pretty slow. It doesn't get huge pumps there. It kind of just kind of moves on out, and it's been getting sold off pretty horribly. So I'd watch these closer small time frames, but the daily suggests that we're getting resistance, and we could see algo back down at 16 cents for some more. I'd then reassess once this daily comes back down, right? And I'll take a look at it. I like to put alerts down here. It'll tell me when, and that's why I can get it even cheaper by not having to stare at it, by letting the stochastics hit the oversold region. So we're going to watch this area very closely. We're getting rejected by the 50. You know, we are curving. It's a good sign. So we need basically some crazy move back up here to hold the zone, or this isn't going to happen. You know what I mean? So this is very important that we watch this closely and we focus on it every single day. All right. So not every single day, but you know, this level is just, you know, you get above there and we start to kind of form some consolidation. Oh my God, that would be a great place. Or if we get a huge pump up, we come back down to this point of control. Great place to grab some algo at 20 cents. But again, right now, I don't like to get in at resistance. That's resistance. I like to buy at support. That was support. You did have some bullish divergence there on the daily, which tells you that that could be your bottom. So we see this swing down to swing down. This is slight bullish. So there's some bullish divergence that it took me a second to see. But that's algo in a bit of a nutshell, everybody. If you're really planning on DCAing into this, yeah, I believe 19 is a good place to begin. You do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor. 19 is a good place to begin. Definitely is a undervalued price. But I believe there could be one more time we can get it around 16 cents, and you never know, it could go lower. So it depends on kind of what Bitcoin does here. We're at a bit of a standstill in the market. So that's algo in a bit of a nutshell. Everybody, thank you so much for watching this. I go live every single day, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. I haven't taken a day off in over 700 days. I did 2022 without every single day I did a live stream in 2022. And I plan on doing the same thing in 2023. I love you all. I'm dedicated to crypto, and I am the Crypto Lifer, and you will become a Crypto Lifer if you hang out with me every day. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life.